going to start with the pop-up dies. Everyone loves a good pop-out dies. Now look at that. So we have got all these different selections just there. We've got there from I love you, you've got party, you've got good luck, all to name a few. So we have got four. We've got four in a bundle that's going to be available on HSN, but there's going to be the option with additional ones as well. So the main bundle with these four we're going to show you, and I think if I actually come close up for you to see, there we go. So we've got, if I get rid of that glare, there we go. So we have got happy birthday there. If I turn this around, and I am going to be demonstrating one during this Facebook Live this morning, we've got happy birthday there, and it actually just pops out of your card. So there's your happy birthday. Then you've got thank you. So we've got that one as well. So you might initially think, oh, how's that going to work? You will see just shortly. These are ones that you do need to take your time. They're not a quick card. They are one to take your time, wee bit of patience, and just enjoy the results. So we'll show you that one. Then we've also got best wishes. So we've got that one there. So you can see from all of them so far, we've got the same initial design, just a different wording, and it's going to give you the same idea when it comes to the pop-out. So that's that one. Then we've got, last but not least, we have got with love. Exactly the same. So each of these are one die in total, but these will create the actual pop out. So that's the four of them. There's going to be that sort of one option, but there is going to be an option with different words and sentiments as well. So what to do is have a wee look at this, and this is going to tell you a wee bit more. So we've got the good luck there. Now you could be changing the colours as you want with your card pattern papers, going on to your happy birthday, special friends as well. Use your glitter cards, use your texture cards, you know, go for the seasons. There's your missing you, but very autumn-like colours on that one there. Doing your inking. That one there, that's one of the pattern papers from a Sarah collection there, just adding a few die-cut flowers on that one there with the thank you. Then what about with love? So you can do your pop out, then cut the word again, but snip it out and do a bit of matting and layering on the top there. So there's another option for you. What about this one here? We've got celebrate. Just add in one of the actual champagne glasses. That came from a past collection, which was the shaker cards. So the whole reason that I'm saying these different card types and that as we're going along is just to give you the idea of different things that you could be using, whether it's your MIDI card, whether it's your glitter card, whether it's your texture card. Look at all of that as well. Best wishes on that one there. Bringing in so many of your different crafty stash to create some of the most stunning and really fun pop-out cards. The good thing with these are going to be perfect for whether, you know, you're a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, whether you're a 46-year-old, whether you're a 90-odd-year-old. The pop-out card, they really are fun to see, and you just decorate them as to match who you're going to be giving them to. Okay, so what we could do is let's get straight into the pop-out dies, and let's do a demo for one of these. So I'm trying to think what we can actually do with these ones. Let's go happy birthday, thank you. Let's go for best wishes. Now this one isn't my set, so I need to open this one. So all that I'm going to do, and many people ask how I open my die. So this is a perfect opportunity to say to you, this is how I do mine. So I'm just using my scissors. I just snip away the top. Many will snip away on the inside. It's entirely up to yourself. I just like to snip off the top here, and then I just trim these. Of course, when you're snipping them with your scissors, do be careful. Then that now gives me the nice wee pocket to pop them in and out. So if they do become loose on the actual backing, I know they're going to be secure within that packaging. That's just how I like to have mine, but it's entirely up to yourself. Right, we have got some, I've got some cardstock. Now this will work on any cardstock that you've got, any size that you want. I think this one I've just trimmed down to 10 by 7. So what we're then going to do is, if I see, don't think I've got my ruler here, but all that I'm going to do, use a pencil for this one here, not a pen. And I'm just coming down to the side here, so I'm just marking in the middle 5 by 5. Let me just take, I don't have my ruler to hand, so let's improvise. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a light line. Now you would be doing this in pencil and you'd be doing this quite lightly. So there we go, we have now got this mark all the way down our actual card. So then what we're going to do is we're then going to just take this one off like this. Then what you're going to do, I'm not sure if you can quite see, let's see if I turn this round. Can you see, I'm going to bring this close up for you, just right where my finger is. I'm not sure if I can quite see it. If I move my finger, there's actually just a wee nick. So if I can, there we go, just right there in between my two fingers. There's a tiny wee nick, that's the best way to explain it, as well as one just down at the bottom, just here. So what I'm just going to do is those two wee nicks or notches, I'm just going to line them up with the line here. So there we go, I can see that it's here and here. I'm going to turn it this way so I can kind of try and get it centered. There we go, and we're going to tape this down. I've just got my large Gemini just down to this side of me here, just so that you can see, just to the side. So as that die cuts through, that's going to die cut all these parts to enable you to create the pop out. But what's also going to do is it's also going to pop in the score lines for you. So let's remove this out the way. And then let's take this one. So what we're going to do is you can see now, you can see how it's starting to just die cut all these parts here. So let's carefully just move this out the way here. And we're going to pop this. So carefully remove these ones. Now this is why when you start off, try and not use a card that's already got a pre-scored in it. Because if I bring this in, see where my pen mark is? Now obviously you would be using a pencil mark so you can rub it out. Where that pen mark is where the actual score line would be. So could you imagine if you used a card that was already pre-scored, you're going to get that score line all the way through, halfway through the wishes, and you don't really want that. So this is why it's best just to use your own piece of cardstock that's not scored, and you just do it yourself. I'm going to show you that just in a moment. So let's just pop these ones out the way, and I am just going to be very good, and I'm going to pop them back right here. And now, so we're going to try and keep us tidy. You know what my Facebook Lives are like, so let's see if by the end of this one, we're still neat and tidy. Now, what we've got, no, you do never know, do you? What we've got now is we take your scoreboard. I've just got our Ultimate Pro, and I've also got my scoring tool at the side here. So what we can do as well, so if I'm going to bring this in a bit closer, so you're going right over the top of my head there, I didn't mean that. There we go. So I'm not sure if you can quite see this, but there's actually score lines already. You can just see, can you see? There we go. We've got a few score lines, and that just works all the way along. So what we're going to do is using your scoreboard, anything like that, we're just going to now put in our own score line. So we're just going to we're just following that line, but what we're doing is we're only going to the beginning of that word there. And then we're going to do exactly the same here. So we're not following it all the way through. So this is where we're now creating our score line and the fold of our card. We're now creating our own. What I like to do as well, personal preference, but I just like to give myself just that wee helping hand. And what I do is I'll go over the pre-score lines once again, just to make them that wee bit more flexible. And I'm just adding just a wee bit more of the score detail. So wherever the score lines are, I'm just going over once again, and I'm just going to enable them just to score slightly better, and I think that is them all now. So there we go. If we then remove this and pop that one out the way. Now, this is where, just take your time, don't rush this part, because some of it's going to be mountain fold, some of it's going to be valley fold, so just take your time and then you'll see how it starts to come together. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to fold initially inwards. So as you're folding inwards, you're popping out these actual words. So you're just popping it out like so. Over we go. Not bending the actual beginning of the words, just like that. And you can see just along the bottom here, we've also got score lines already done for you. So we're just going to use our fingers just to manipulate that slightly, just creating that fold and that bend. So then as we come along here, these score lines that we've already got in place, and I've just enhanced them slightly, we're just going to bend them that way, and we're just going to work our way along just like that. So you'll find that they are the same all the way along. So then what we're going to do then is we're just going to work that over, we're just going to bend, we're just going to follow those score lines, and we're just going to press them in place. Can you see as well how as I fold this down, hopefully, yeah, we can just see how my card blank is meeting together. So that's meeting together at that side. Then all that I'm doing, once again, I'm just pressing down, and as you can see how that's starting to come together. Look at that one on there. It's starting to come together perfectly like that. So if I just then take my score tool, and then all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to burnish all these scored edges, just taking your time, just be careful at the bottom of the words. And then all that I'm going to do, so if I turn it this way so you can see side on, there we go. Then all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to burnish in between there, just to make them really, really nice and flat. Then that will then give you your pop-out card, just like that. So then what we're going to do is if we take, again, I've just taken another, this is just a black card blank. I've left it black so that you can see how it actually works. And then again, I'm just going to press that, and I'm going to press down just like this. And then there we go, we can see there is your pop out. So what we'll do is we've actually got a wee bit of time today. So let's enhance that just a wee bit more. And let's tell you what, let's use some of our pink glitter card. So let's take our plates in again, and what we're going to do is bring in exactly the same. So we're going to bring in the best wishes, and we're just going to run this through, and then we'll just pop these ones to the side, and then all that we're going to do is we're just going to peeling them away. So you can see that die cuts. This is because it's our coated card. Let's just pop all these wee bits out here. Then what I'm going to do just in a moment is we're then going to just take our scissors, and then we're actually just going to snip the word out. So let's just get rid of these bits. Where's my small trusted snippy scissors? You know what I'm like, I'm never too far away from my wee scissors. So let's take all these bits out here and then pop these out. So as we get these bits out and these bits out, and then taking them away, popping all these bits out. This is another way that you can actually do a bit of paper piecing if you want. Obviously I'm popping these ones out, and I will just pop them in the bin. There we go. So what we're then going to do is take these away. So this, you could be using this stuff here that I've just popped out. What you could do is die cut this again in another bit of cardstock and paper piece them back in. Looks quite effective. And then what we're then going to do is let's just take all of these parts here. Then what we're just going to do now is if you can see, let me just snip away this excess just here. Then what we're going to do is we're then just going to just snip just along these lines just here, like that. So as if we just then snip these away, but we're just going to work all the way around, and we're just going to pop this on. So if you've got your stick and spray, if you have got your dotty tape runner, these will work perfectly. What about your large Xyron machine, or if you've got your double-sided adhesive sheets, these will all work just perfectly as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab the excess off. Now if you do this, if you've never done this before and you're going to do this, just make sure that you don't take a reaction to the glue. Our glue is safe, our call-out glue is safe, but just obviously for your own skin types and that, just make sure, just do a wee test somewhere on your arm or that beforehand. So then all that we're then going to do is we're just going to pop that into place like this. The good thing about doing this is you can leave that to dry and then peel it off later on like you used to do in primary school. So there we go. So if I just then place that on, and then we're just going to pop these out, you know, you're going to leave your actual glue to dry. So then we're just going to pop this one out, get this last bit there, and then placing them down. But at least now it gives you the idea how you can create your pop-out card, but then also add some colours to the front. So there we go. So we can see, so if I pop that over, so there's your pop-out card. Let's see if we can just line that up slightly. So there we go. Pop-out card just like that. And then that gives you the idea how to, one, create the pop-out card, but then also just add that wee bit of extra detail over the top.